Hey, episode 291. Happy birthday, Ceez.
$291.
Can I get a smile for your birthday? What are you trying to act hard for?
I'm
God
not acting hard. I'm
damn.
just, I have like a weed hangover.
You got a weed hangover. Okay. That's why you was being dry in the group chat.
I'm like at 60% operating power right now.
Did you take some edibles?
Yeah, I
How
don't
many
know what
mil-
I've taken these before, but these hit me like a damn tank.
how many milligrams?
The bag is 100 milligram mg THC, so
How much
10
did
per
you take?
serving.
Okay. How many did you
But
take?
I could have, I swear to you, I've taken this before. It never hit me this hard. I don't know what happened, if they switched the recipe or what, but
You only took one or what?
I took one and it absolutely decimated me.
One?
No, I've taken this. I've been fine. Maybe it's because it's been a while. I don't know, but this one hit me like a tank.
Or we're not doing that Saturday.
I kind of
Saturday.
wanna. It was kind of fun.
There you go.
The music
Anyway,
just sounds better.
oh no. Episode 291, we made a podcast back in the building. Holly, I think, has quit the podcast. I'm not sure. she's she's on Twitter. She's not in our group chat on Instagram though. But we still love her and she's still part of the team
Yeah,
indefinitely.
she is because I don't know if you knew the rumors, but she's signed to a esports organization. She plays professional Apex now.
Is that true or no?
Of course.
Okay. I don't know. Damn, you said of course not. Whoa. Okay, but we got to get into this. We got some great topics today. We're going to talk about Alex Morgan having some issues with Saudi Arabia being a sponsor for the Women's World Cup. We're going to talk about Mason Greenwood and Man U. Maybe talk about the racism against Vinicius Jr. And maybe we'll get into some other stuff, but I don't know yet. So, Caesar,
Hmm.
with the weed hangover and a lot of colors on, and it's his birthday yesterday. Uh, Alex Morgan has come out and said that she thinks it's bizarre that FIFA has looked to have Visit Saudi sponsorship for the Women's World Cup. She said, "I think it's bizarre that FIFA has looked to have a Visit Saudi sponsorship for the Women's World Cup when I would not even be supported and accepted in that country. So I just don't understand it. Pretty much everyone has spoken out against that because morally it just doesn't make sense."
Hmm.
She said, "I think that what Saudi Arabia can do is put efforts into their women's team that was just formed up only a couple years ago and doesn't even have a current FIFA ranking within the FIFA ranking system because of the few games they've played. So that would be my advice to them, and I really hope that FIFA does the right thing."
Hmm.
Alex Morgan
Okay.
going hard. I was like, oh damn, I didn't know she was really going hard like that.
Okay. Like obviously, because I don't like to give benefit down the beginning. I was like, "Whoa, what you trying to say, Doc?" Because me and Bam are watching the newly woke Saudi Arabia with the female players and the female people at the games, the females with no hijab chilling at the games. But
Heavy.
and then but it doesn't really work like that, literally to lay down again. The But it doesn't really work like that. But it's really cool that her stance, because I have my own issues with Saudi Arabia in itself as a government, but I think it's really cool that her stance was still, which I feel like it's kind of forgotten, it's still very pro female empowerment.
For
It's
sure.
still pro, equality and saying like, it's really cute. You want to do all this world stuff, but you're giving a lot of opportunities to countries who are doing the bare minimum, right? To just so they could skirt by regulation. It's like, yeah, well, you formed a women's team, but what? Like clearly they're not getting the games in. You're not investing in the women's team. You're investing in other avenues, but you're not investing enough within the women, which you clearly have plenty you can invest in.
Yeah.
So that's a great point by Alex. I think that's I like that. That was really cool. That's
Yeah.
actually that's a refreshing thing to hear. That's refreshing.
And there's more. She actually went hard. But
Okay.
Saudi Arabia is doing what they call sports washing
Mm.
their image. Um, and yeah, there have been some changes in Saudi Arabia when it comes to women's freedom and rights. But sadly, and I'm not gonna get too into it, but sadly, like it was like only at the behest of the king and the crown prince.
Mm.
Any like activists that like speak out against what's going on there will get like jailed and probably killed. Just ask Khashoggi. But Alex Morgan also came out. She wasn't just aiming at Saudi Arabia. She
Mm.
was aiming at the good old US of A.
Oh,
She said that Morgan also said that the US national team should have internal discussions about playing games in states that restrict young transgender athletes from participating in sports.
wow.
The team they're going to be doing the She Believes Cup um next week. The tournament with Canada, Brazil, Japan, and there's going to be matches. There's matches scheduled in Florida and Texas, two states that have enacted laws aimed at transgender athletes. She said that looking at these games in Florida and Texas, respectively, we're going to need to continue to step it up and have internal discussions as well with the team because we're not ones to shy away from hard conversation or taking a stand for what's right. Um, the U.S. women have previously criticized efforts to limit transgender kids from playing organized sports. Last year, during a game in Texas, several players wore wristbands that said "Protect Trans Kids."
Wow.
Yes.
That's my national team, not the US men's.
Becky Sauerbrunn actually last week wrote an op-ed in Springfield News Leader, which is in Missouri, like a local
Mhm.
paper, defending the rights of transgender athletes. Becky Sauerbrunn. And then Alex Morgan continued to say that playing in Florida and Texas, that's something that the team definitely needs to look at. I think just even talking about it is good. The inclusion of trans kids in sports is the inclusion of kids in sports. Everyone should have the ability to play sports.
Mhm.
And she said some more things. So yeah, Alex Morgan out here going hard.
I like that. I think it's important to I also think it's really funny when you see like a lot of like males inside of like political spaces or leadership positions discuss on how trans athletes can't play with male or female or whatever side. And
Mhm.
this female athlete is talking about their rights and stuff like that. So, you know, they always talk about, oh, well, if a trans female player played in a female league, it would be you know, disadvantageous for women, and yet the women themselves are advocating for their rights, which means leads to me that they advocate for the equality of them as well, right? Like you don't advocate for the right for someone to be like blah, but hey, you know, like clearly, like there's a lot of there's a lot of like inclusion involved in this, and I think that's really important. Um, I feel like for a while we've just been kind of hearing really brain dead takes from athletes for a long time now.
Yeah.
And a lot of takes that just make you like roll your eye or just be like, ugh, like just stick to practice and like I don't want to hear this. You know, you honestly feel you're like you want to be like shut up and dribble to some of these athletes the way they're talking about things in a nonsensical format. But to hear this is really good. And I agree with her like 100%. I think that you know, there's been a lot of state legislature going on that, especially coming up, that's literally effectively destroying the free lives of Americans who are transgender, like literally destroying their lives. And they're like, I mean, that's great and all, but we don't want to play soccer there. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like they want to. If Florida wants to do what they want, great, but doesn't mean we have to go there. Like, there's
Exactly.
49 other states,
Yeah.
and you know some of those aren't trying to do that, and we want to play there.
Exactly.
We it's a She Believes Cup. We want to give power to the women and athletes and transgender athletes and people to come and attend. So we want to do it somewhere else, and I respect that.
Yeah. Shout out to Alex Morgan. She's going hard. I appreciate it.
Big time
I
shout
mean,
out
I
Alex
feel like we
Morgan.
always hear about Megan Rapinoe. And
And
I
they make it seem like she's the only one in there who like feels this
exactly.
way.
And I feel like Alex Morgan is like the like, she is like white
She's
bread.
the poster child.
Yeah,
She's the
she is
poster child
like
for soccer, women's soccer.
ponytail, heterosexual, had a
She
baby.
gives Mia Hamm energy. Like that's the face of
Yeah,
women's soccer.
yeah, exactly. And the fact that she's coming out like this, like I really appreciate it.
That's big. You need that.
Yeah, for sure. Like sadly, like when it's Megan Rapinoe, like she's a lesbian and she's
Yeah,
got
they're gonna
short
objectify her
hair, like
because she's lesbian. They're not gonna respect
exactly,
her because of it.
exactly. Moving on, there was recently, obviously, we saw that Mason Greenwood was all his charges were dropped. Um, all the criminal charges were dropped. Maybe there will be a civil case, although
Mm.
I don't necessarily know how it works in the UK, but recently the Manchester United women's team came out saying that they are not comfortable with him being part of Manchester United. The players think the audio is not something that can be easily erased from memory, and there's strong feelings against Greenwood even returning to the facilities. Not to mention his continued association with the team itself. Um,
Wow.
Apparently, the Manchester United men's team staff is split on his future. Ten Hag hasn't really spoke on it yet, but the women's team at the very least is saying that they like Greenwood's still suspended currently, but the team has said that it's going to conduct its own process. But the women's team has said that they are uncomfortable with it because, damn it, we all heard and seen what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we live in a world where they've created this to where it's like, oh, um, the court is supposed to rule non-object, like non-biased, and all this, and that doesn't happen, unfortunately. And I haven't really looked into the case itself and how it was presented, and what led to the charges being dropped. I haven't like gotten into reading that, but I'd like to. We all probably realize that when you're a certain economic stature, the law is much more on your favor.
And crimes against women like that are really like they're half the time they're not taken seriously and they're very few and far
Low
between.
percentage of wise you actually get charged for it. And if you do
Exactly.
get charged, it's stuff that's able to be scrubbed from your record in 5 years, like misdemeanors, not even like a felony sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it's a little like public assault, and then boom, you a misdemeanor and you're fine. Um, I think it's good that Man U is going to do its own internal revenue investigation. I'm going to keep it like I'm going to be very honest with you, Bam, and the saddest way possible. I don't feel like much will happen to him.
Do you think
And
he's going to stay on the team?
I don't know if he's going to stay on the team, but I can see him getting released.
Do you think he's going to?
Um,
Do you think he's going to be playing in EPL next season?
I really hate to say it, but I can see it happening.
Caesar, you know where he should go. You know where he can go and he'll be all right. Syria.
Yeah, that's so sad, but like
He'll be fine.
I'm not saying this because I don't believe what he did is wrong. I'm saying this because just in Europe and multiple countries, and even in America,
Yeah.
Assault and battery against women and the R word and everything else, it's it's not taken seriously, and it's not taken with the full extent of the law. And especially when he got charged, it says like the charge has been dropped. Teams can use that as like a positive thing, being like, well, we're not gonna not give someone an opportunity to work when they are proven innocent by the court. He's not proven innocent. The charges are dropped. That's different.
You know where
So
he's about to be, dog. You know where he's about to go.
Udinese.
No, Juve.
I don't know about Juve, but I could see him I could see him. What I would think is going to happen is going to be a warm up process. He'll go to like a very mid to low Italy team first, like something you kind of. I could see him at Roma. Oh
Now
my
Roma's a little
god!
progressive. Maybe Lazio.
Really? Okay, he goes to Lazio or he goes to Parma, whatever, dog. Right? He goes to Parma, Spal, who knows, right?
Shit.
Then it's like, oh, he gets like 5 goals and 3 Bleacher Report articles and posts, and all of a sudden, like, oh, he has a trial at Nottingham or whatever. Or he has a
Exactly.
trial at
Exactly.
a newly promoted Sheffield United's. I don't know, like something like that happens, and then and in 2 years, media forgets, and we're just full steam ahead again.
It's really unfortunate.
Nothing happened to Coleman.
Literally zero. I really hope that the media, because he's an English player, he's young. If he does leave England to play, which I feel like will happen. I really hope that football media doesn't give him attention. Like, just don't do it, dude.
They
Because
will.
it will be that will be the case. If he starts to get attention, that'll be enough for like any team to be like, well, look, he's going viral. Like,
I
yeah,
can
let's
already
get
see
him.
some of these ESPN losers just forgiving him easily and being like, oh, like ESPN FC, like, you got to let them play. You got to
Caesar,
let
I'm
them
gonna tell
play.
you
Like,
right
come on,
now.
dude.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I see them talking about him on ESPN FC, I'm gonna go on a Twitter tirade. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, yo.
Lose another account.
Yeah, literally, dude. It's gonna be worse than I did to be in. I swear.
Yeah, no, no, no.
I
Yeah,
swear to
dude.
God.
RIPBN, but yeah, RIPBN emails. But no, like I agree, and I think it's like I'm with you on that. I think that it just doesn't. It just feels icky. And it's sad. It actually made me sad that the charges were dropped. I'm like, this is
Yeah,
pathetic.
because we
Like,
saw what happened. Like we
literally,
heard
the
him
audio
talking
was
about,
absolutely disturbing. Like,
yeah,
that's
dude.
disturbing
He's a
audio.
violent person, yo. And he like
Like,
broke
I literally was like, it was like a horror movie. Like, oh my god, like, how did she make it out alive? It sounds horrible.
literally like this. Yeah. I mean, I don't even, yeah, I don't want to repeat
Yeah,
the stuff you're saying, but
yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. But I really hope that the men's team can like also have some solidarity with the women of Manchester United, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Honestly, Marcus Rashford probably heard a few months ago that the charges are going to get dropped. Like Mason's like, hey, dude, hey, bruv, they're going to drop the charges. And that's probably why he's been scoring all these goals. Because I think he's been depressed and sad since his boy been gone. And he
I
probably
think so.
turned up.
I think so too. Honestly, I don't. Yeah, I'm honestly, it's really unfortunate, and I hope that soccer media doesn't give power and voice to a person who brutalized a woman, R-worded her, and mistreated her, and assaulted her. I really hope that they don't give this man his roses after he's back.
You feel me?
Actually, I hope he just doesn't come back. That'd be great. I
That'd
hope
be
he
great
like.
too. Yeah,
That'd be
sure.
great if it'd be cool if UEFA did things like, oh, he has a ban on playing in UEFA. That'd be awesome. Like,
Hopefully he
then
comes
no
up.
one in the top tier team wants to get him because he becomes just a league player.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh well, he maybe can just go play in like I don't know, send him to Belgium or something. I don't know, dog. Go play somewhere. I don't care. But Belgium's kind of progressive. They probably won't take him either. Yes, literally, it's Italy or bust, dog. It's kind of Italy. Or you go to Turkey. You can go to Turkey. I can see him going to
No,
like.
you can go to
He can
Turkey.
go absolutely. He'll be over there at Tanala Spor or
He
whatever.
can go anywhere in Turkey, be fine.
Bishkita
Uh,
starter right now.
yeah. Hopefully he comes to our Saturday soccer and I can D him up. He thinks he's like, dog, you're going left, dog. Get out of here.
Your
Uh,
Belinda Regional Park
yeah,
legend
literally.
is what he's gonna be.
Um, let's get into also we saw a few days ago at the match Real Madrid versus Mallorca. Um, we saw that the Mallorca fans were racially abusing Vinicius Jr.
Hmm.
We saw and heard Mallorca fans calling Vinicius Jr. a monkey. Um, and apparently La Liga is gonna do an investigation. Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we go.
Um,
Big, powerful, non-biased investigation coming.
let me just let them know, like, hey, like DAZN has the footage. You can just go look at that and see that he was being called a monkey. Now, why don't we get to the verdict because it happened, people.
There's no investigation needed.
Yeah, no, like I did it for you. I just did it right now. Um,
You're welcome.
yeah, literally. They're gonna do an investigation, and I don't know what's gonna happen. We haven't seen a team like we haven't seen like an empty stadium in a long time, or anything like that. So
We haven't seen any punishments at all in a while
no, and
because
I
racism magically stopped.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
funny how the monkey chants did stop though when COVID hit, right? No one was getting monkey chanted,
Yeah, because
and
there's
all
no.
of a sudden we let people back in and started, no, we're getting monkey chants again.
I remember the summer that they started letting fans in. It was like some game in Austria. There was like monkey chants right away.
It's like they were dying to
Yeah,
get in there
they
and
just
start making some.
they were like, we can't. Oh my
I've been
god,
at the crib just sitting here doing it to myself. I'm so excited.
they're in the mirror doing it. They were like painting a black doll. They're like, ooh, ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen? Do you think anything's gonna happen? What do you think?
Not really.
like
La
what's going
Liga,
on? Like why? Like
to
there's
me, La Liga seems to be the least aggressive in terms of punishing teams for this. They seem to be the most lenient.
I have a question though for you. Do you feel like because this happened obviously with Atleti too? Do you feel like this is gonna like force Vinicius out of Spain? Do you feel like that could potentially happen?
Yeah, I think it's really cute that Vinicius does seem to really appreciate the Real Madrid support through all this. Like, and Real Madrid isn't just sound about like you can tell like they're making statements. The team they're doing chants about him. Like it's growing his affinity for Real Madrid. But with anything in life that's very unhinged, you're going to eventually try to seek new land, new opportunity. You're going to get emotionally exhausted. Like he's
Mhm.
a human, he can get physically exhausted and recover, but emotional exhaustion is something that it's different. Now, from what I remember, is that he even dealt with a lot of stuff in Brazil.
Mm.
So yeah, apparently he was dealing with that in Brazil as well too.
Some of your cousins.
Yeah, and even in international games, like he like youth Brazil, like under 17 World Cup, he dealt with it against other teams too. So he's held with this a while. Sadly, I think it's been a construct of his life as a black Brazilian
As
and
a
as black
dark
athlete
skin,
overseas.
as a
As
dark
a
skinned
dark skinned
Brazilian.
black Brazilian, him and Mason Greenwood's experiences are vastly different. Like you know what I mean? Like no, racially, absolutely, it's gonna
No,
be
100%.
100 people.
Yeah,
Like
Caesar,
it's
Caesar,
skewed massively in terms of
yours,
more racial tension towards Vinny just because his skin tone, his pigmentation is darker.
yeah, yours and his experience is different.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. So,
Yeah, your uncle might hire him.
like I really hope that La Liga does something about it. But I think that he will eventually probably move on.
It's
Even though
unfortunate.
I really do see him as a Real Madrid player. Like
I do
some
too.
players like Rodrigo, I can see leaving. I can see other people coming and going, but he just gives me like this Real Madrid player energy. Like I don't really see him as like a Premier League guy. I really see him as
Well,
like a La Liga player now.
yeah, but the thing is that's unfortunate is like I feel like the league that you can go to like for the most part avoid getting monkey chants and like racially charged stuff if you're black, not if you're Asian, is
Mhm.
EPL. Like it's obviously it still happens, like obviously it
They're
does,
more strict.
but it's gonna be a bit more big deal. Like it is less likely to happen in England.
Mhm.
And it wasn't well, no, it was happening because it was happening to Iñaki like
No.
before COVID too. So like
Mhm.
it's just
Well,
unfortunate.
it's happened. It's happened before.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that it's gonna be one of those situations where this is like a star player. He's doing really good, and obviously he's getting targeted also because he's good. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know if he's gonna want to be playing at this level and being like subjected to that.
I mean, who does, right?
And it's not every week, obviously, but like it's freaking Mallorca, dude. Like, damn, this is like Mallorca is like an island, like resort place,
Yeah,
dude.
it's like
Like,
a resort
the
island.
hell,
Boring as
dude? Like,
hell.
the hell you been? Like, come on now.
Did
I
you
can see.
also see Vinny also retweeted a video of a Brazilian basketball player playing in Europe,
Mm,
and literally in the video they have it zoomed in, and like the daughter, the grandma, and like the grandpa are like having fun, like yelling, like making like calling him the guy like a monkey. Like it's zoomed in. If you go to Vinicius Twitter, it's literally zoomed in to the player's face. He's just kind of looking like this, and behind him they're like doing monkey. They're like smiling, and laughing about it in the background.
is this recent?
Yeah, it's on Vinny's story. He retweeted. He did a quote retweet, like like basically like saying like I'm with you, dog. Like the racist will never like persevere.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm seeing it right now. Um,
I think they're literally saying macaco in the background.
it's in Brazil.
I'm not sure if it's in Brazil, but it's
Oh, it's in Europe. It's in Europe.
yeah, but that's a Brazilian basketball player.
Jesus Christ. That's rough.
Oh,
Um,
Europe.
seriously. Well, speaking of racism, also EPL
Hmm.
in the next two match days on the 11th and the 19th, the club captains, I'm sorry, the players are going to be taking a knee before the matches to display unity against racism. They're going to do it. It's going to be dedicated to the No Room for Racism campaign. And yeah, for the next two matches, they're going to be taking a knee before the matches. Everyone except your favorite guy, Wilfred Zaha. I don't know if he's going to do it or not. I'm going to try. Like, I'm going to try to remember to see Crystal Palace match to see if he does it. And I swear to God, Caesar, if he doesn't, if that fool stands up when they're taking a knee, like now, I'm flaming him on Twitter. I'm gonna find every
I
picture.
genuinely despise him.
I'm gonna find every picture of a raccoon I can, every different species. I'm gonna put a red panda. I'm gonna put every raccoon that I can find, and I'm gonna just keep on bullying him until I get jail. But no, Elon's here now, so we're good.
I fucking hate him so much.
I'm gonna remember. I'm like, oh yeah, Peacock. Okay, I'm gonna go. And if that fool doesn't take a knee, because this is like we're not doing. Okay, whatever. Back then it was like every game. It was like, okay, it got old for you, maybe. But this time they're like, no, we're doing it for the No Room for Racism campaign. You got it on your arm, whatever. Homie, is you gonna do it or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I hate him so much, and I hate that he's like a prominent player in Premier League, and like people talk good about him. I'm like, I can't do this.
Really? He plays for Crystal Palace.
Patrick Vieira was like, he's an integral part of our team. I'm like, please God.
Yeah, but your team is Crystal Palace, dog.
Yeah, but also like I can find you 15 French wingers that could do what he could do.
I can find I could find maybe even an Italian winger that can do what he does.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really that serious, dog.
I bet you brought Gervinho back and made him vegan. He'd pop off just like him.
Well, Caesar,
what can you do that Gervinho didn't do for Parma like 2 years ago?
Gervinho's better than him right now, dog.
Yeah.
This fool literally got 2 caps for England and it's like, oh,
I was watching a video of Al Ali play. This dude, Musa Marega, was going nuts. He was just destroying everybody. Why sign him to have Crystal Palace? He's crazy good. He was nasty at Porto. He was really good.
Yeah, he got a monkey chance too at one point. I remember they saying stuff about him, like about Wilfred Zaha, like about all his cars and like how he lives and stuff. I'm like, that's embarrassing, dog.
You really do be living like he's Travis Scott out there. It's really the worst. It's one of the worst things ever. I hate it so much.
I'm like, dog, that's embarrassing. Do you play for Crystal Palace though? Like, I don't want to see no dude that plays for Crystal Palace like riding around the Lambo. I'm like, dog, if you play for Arsenal, Chelsea, Man U, City, like Liverpool, sure, like, but not because you play for Crystal Palace. Like, we got to burn the whole system down.
Yeah, I remember I used to be fantasized with those teams because I couldn't believe there's teams in England called Queen's Park Rangers and Crystal Palace. When I was a kid, I was mesmerized by those names. I'm like, there's no way someone named their team Crystal Palace. Another one, Queen's Park Rangers. So yeah, that's the only thing I knew about Crystal Palace as a kid.
This fool, his whole career never won no damn trophy.
Nothing.
Like, I remember one time.
Man, you reject.
I remember one time I was swiping. It might have been Tinder. This is a long time ago. And I matched with some girl. She was from London. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, do you watch football? She's like, oh, yeah. She's like, I'm an Arsenal fan. But she's like, but I'm from South London, so I should be a Crystal Palace fan. But I would never.
See, she know. Like, no, who knows a damn Crystal Palace fan?
Like, literally, dude. Like, come on now. Yeah, I don't know. I do like that they're doing that. I do like that they're doing, like, I mean, obviously it's not going to cure racism to any extent, but I do like that
racism stopped that day.
Yeah, because they took a knee, like nobody got
that day. They were like, okay, you know what? We're done being racist. That was a lot. But I think it's good too. No, I think it's good they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not a cynical person. It's just like, well, it's not going to do anything. Like, look, they're going to make a stand to some extent. They're recognizing something. It's kind of similar. It's kind of similar to the red mark on their face in Italy for the domestic violence against women.
Rather than knee, I think they should do something that, like, maybe they should do something way cooler, like kind of like they should, like, you remember how Bahia did like the Black Conscious Black Day, like conscious, I don't say in English, like Black Consciousness Day, Dia de Consciência Negra, like they put the back of the jersey like famous people that were Black people of in Brazil. That'd be cool if they did something. I should be on there, but they should do something like maybe like like black players or media or admins or anybody of importance that have like had a big impact on the club in the back of their jerseys. Kind of like how they did for the George Floyd thing. They had like the Black Lives Matter. They should do names of people in the club that were black that had a big impact on it. That'd be really cool.
That'd be
I don't
cool.
know if
Yeah.
it'd fill up 22 on the back, for some of these teams of 22 names they have for some of these clubs, but still, I think it'd be a good gesture, or they could go England wise in general, like,
Prominent black people from England. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, like for example, some prominent. Do you know any prominent English people? Let me get one from you.
yeah. Jamie Foxx, when he was Tony
What?
Blair,
Who?
Jimmy Fox when he played Tony Blair and Dave Chappelle.
This
No, was I don't know if he's from England. Now I'm gonna sound racist. I know
who?
famous black players,
Okay, but do you know famous black people from England?
like famous prominent black individuals.
Yes. Come on, you know Lewis
What, did
Hamilton.
Kofi count?
Who?
Did Kofi count?
Kofi Annan?
Yeah.
The dude from Ghana?
Oh, he's from Ghana, the UK prime
No,
minister.
he's from the UN.
UN prime minister. He didn't count.
This fool right here.
I mean,
said
I was Brazilian. I thought UK, UN were the same thing. And I'm sure everybody outside of in South America thought the UN was the UK.
Caesar, can you stop?
South Americans definitely thought the UK was UN, dog.
Caesar,
We didn't know what the hell was going
from
on.
Long Beach. Can you stop it?
Okay.
Can
Famous? No, I don't think I really know any.
You know Idris
But I feel
Elba?
like, huh?
You know Idris Elba?
Yeah, I mean that's a celebrity. Yeah, Idris Elba, celebrities, yeah, for sure. But
I like Jamie Foxx playing Tony Blair. That's probably
that'd be great to have Jamie Foxx in the back of a jersey.
stupid. But yeah, no, I think
But they know, right? They know their own.
yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, what's the name? It's good that they're doing it.
Agreed.
Obviously, racism is still an issue in football. Caesar and I had the solution for racism in football. What 5 years ago?
We've been problem solved and spent what could have been solved 4 years ago. Things to help. Maybe it won't stop racism, but it would definitely stop people from being racist in this space because it's so detrimental to their team.
It would
You
literally
can't stop people from being culturally racist, but you can make it so it's banned unless you want to be the one that's destroying your whole team. If you want to be a martyr like that, good luck going home. That's your own problem.
You would never hear no loud ass monkey chants like we've heard in Italy and Cagliari and all these other places. You would never hear it again if you just did transfer bans. You get one warning after that transfer ban.
Agreed.
And see how it works. Because a team will be like, we will empty the stadium. We will just play behind closed doors rather than have a transfer ban. We're trying to get Julian Draxler out of here. No, I'm joking. We figured it out years ago, but who are we? We're just some guys in California. What do we know?
Yeah.
We're not English. We don't have English accents. What do we know? You feel me? But Caesar, birthday, gonna have a party on Saturday, you know what I mean? You feel me?
We're announcing that now? Okay.
Who's hearing this?
Yeah. Birthday on Saturday. I'm like my birthday was yesterday, but to be honest, it was kind of whatever because I'm just kind of looking forward to Saturday. Like
Saturday is a real birthday, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't eat a cake or nothing. I was just like, look, I'm just thinking about Saturday. I was really born on Saturday. I probably left the hospital Saturday.
I have 4 buckets for potential vomiting,
which I hope does not happen.
Look, if it turns up like that, it turns up like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I don't want nobody going to the bathroom. Like, look, there's a bucket right here. Just take your ass outside and just leave the bucket there. It's an IKEA little thing. You know what I mean? It's getting a lot of space and just leave it out there. I'll take care of it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to have a good time with friends,
Yeah, I don't know who's bringing food or what. Like, I have no idea. I don't know, but I'm responsible for the space and the cake and the drinks. I'm doing a lot, you know what I mean? I don't know and the water. I'm taking care of the water. I don't know who's gonna bring food. I feel like Sergio might bring some pizzas. I don't know how many.
Yeah, you can just pick up Costco. That'd be cool.
Well, Caesar, it is your party, so you might have to do a little bit coordinating. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll talk to some people.
He's like, wait, what? Why I gotta do anything? This is your
No.
party. We're not throwing you a party. It's your party. You know what I mean?
You guys aren't throwing me a birthday party. It's my party to throw.
It's your party for your birthday, but we're not necessarily throwing it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good to hear.
But you got what I'm saying? You're gonna have
That sounds like my kind of friends.
There you go.
Nah, I'm really excited and I can't wait.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Sam gonna, you talk to Sam, you know what I'm saying? Got some food, for y'all, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But are you still got a hangover?
A little bit, yeah.
But the drinks are gonna be good, hopefully plentiful.
Music's gonna be good. Drinks are gonna
Music's
be
gonna be
good.
good. I've added plenty songs to that playlist.
Cake is gonna be good.
Adding songs and dying at the same.
I saw some of the additions late night last night. I was dying of laughter.
I'm like, I was laughing at
Those are some funny additions. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
was laughing at some of the ones you put. Caesar, I laughed out loud. I seen bump, bump, bump on there. I was dying. I'm gonna take it off actually.
No.
I'm gonna put B2K on there. What the hell?
I was like, I haven't heard B2K in a party setting in a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let
There's
me hear a bump, bump, bump real fast.
that I was literally dead, yo.
Baby, turn around.
And you see your sexy body go bump.
Bump, bump, bump. And one thing in me. This is so good.
I was crying, yo. I feel like you need to put more reggaeton on there though.
I agree.
Yeah, just a little bit more at least.
That's the first time you ever said that in your life, but I agree.
No, it's a party. There's party music.
I know.
But you know what I'm saying? We got some joints on here. I put some rap songs on there too. You know what I mean?
You put some hip hop.
I put some rap songs on there. You know what I mean? We had to have a few. You know what I mean? We needed some Ray Shrimmer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I no. When you put, I was listening to it. I had to listen to that Ray Shrimmer. I was like, damn, they really were like party music legends. Like,
oh yes,
they made
Swang.
some incredible party hits.
Oh yeah, I had to put Unforgettable on there for you.
Put Guatemala on there. So yeah. Put Guatemala.
Yeah, I was like, you got to put some We Made It Music Award winners on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they won, right?
I put Relationship for you and Tarek because Tarek loved that song too.
I love that song so much. Oh,
I was thinking of some more songs that Tarek loved. There's like one young.
I remember when that song came out, I was seeing somebody and they were just like really confused why I like that song. I was like, well, it was not about you, but damn, it does go hard.
You know what I'm gonna put on here right now? This is for Tarek too. Pass me the hookah. Because he loved that.
That was a hitter.
Yeah, so it'll be fun though. We have to have this birthday talk because we got to use all these minutes on the day on Zoom, and now we're down to less than a minute left, so we can end the episode. We Made a Podcast, episode 291. Holler.